Welcome to Ninjamobil Dart. Today's project we're going to make a muffler because if the car's too noisy we won't be able to use it anywhere. Bits and pieces lying around. That's a bit of aluminium tube which is actually off a different muffler which you're not using, and that's the size of the tailpipe it's got to fit around. Now the nice way to make an end cap is get a spinning made. That's just spun up out of aluminium by the guys that make the wheel rims for me, but to get two of those made to what I want involves probably about $300 or $400 worth of tooling, plus the pieces, so you end up spending $500, which is, might as well go and buy a muffler. So we're going to make the bits instead. That's a bit of stainless tube that's been stretched to fit over the tailpipe size nicely, and a little laser cut flange to go in there, and we'll make an end cap. And that bit of perforated stainless tube is going to be rolled up to make a bit of perforated tube, and we'll take it from there. So here's our piece of perforated stainless plate ready to be rolled up into a tube. You'll notice I've just started the radius with by putting it in the folder just to get the ends going, because the rollers don't do the last little bit, and that's 0.9mm stainless plate with full of holes, so it's going to be a good challenge to weld it up, but we'll take that when it comes. And to turn it into a tube, we're going to use these set of rollers, which were made by Adrian Reynard and his first employee Jeff Baxter in about 1976 or something, and which I bought from the receiver when the company went broke in 2002, and they're still doing a fine job. So here's a bit of perforated plate rolled up to make a tube and clamped together. There's the joint along there, so that's this afternoon's welding challenge. Moving right along, there's our bit of perforated pipe made out of perforated plate with the two stretched ends welded to the end of it, and the little rings have now got a rolled up, what do you call that, a sleeve welded on there, which will go on like so, and starting to look like a muffler. There's our muffler centre with the ends end caps welded on and painted. So the final thing to do with the mufflers, pack it, and you can get muffler packing from the motorbike shop, or you can use chopped strand mat, works okay. But for today's muffler we're using Mr. Clean stainless steel pot and pan scrubs, which are quite nice, sort of bit of stainless steel, quite cheap, and just a question of popping it together and packing those in as we go. When it's all done, it should last a little while and be nice and quiet. There's our finished muffler. Just needs a few rivets around the ends to hold the outer to the inner, and now we need to find a way of mounting it to the car and connecting it to the rest of the exhaust system. And here's our finished muffler mounted on the car with the tailpipe. I think it's a slightly strange place to put the muffler up in the air there on the side of the car, but fortunately there's enough belly in the side of the body that'll fit underneath it, which is quite tidy, and just poke out into what was the old Dart wheel arch down the corner there. So, job done.